We're back! What's going on, everybody? This is Darth, this is Cheese, and we're back with our Off the Grid Iron podcast. What's going on, man?
Dude, it's been a while.
It has been a while.
But we've been busy.
Yeah.
And, work has been...
Schedules have been a little bit changed up and a little bit different, and yeah.
Damn new people.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the bad thing about working with each other.
Yes, exactly. We had to work on opposite shifts for a while, and it sucks, but at least now we're back at it. We're back to normal, so let's get on to it. So I'm glad that, we're at this point with all the playoffs that's going on. I'm so sad we couldn't give you guys all that info right away or bi-weekly.
We had the NFL draft. We've had trades. We've had NFL schedule release. We've had signings. So many different things going on that we haven't talked about. But, life is life, and we got to live it. So, that's about the best apology we can give you guys on that. But, yeah, if we want to go ahead and get into, talking about some of this stuff, man, I've got the mock draft that we talked about many, many weeks ago that I had made, and, I started off strong.
You did, but then second, a Tennessee player ended up coming up on your draft. You end up sucking the rest of the goddamn time.
Well, yeah, we actually had a Tennessee player go earlier than I thought, just by a couple picks. But yeah, we didn't have a whole bunch of Tennessee players coming off board. It was actually a lot different than a lot of people thought, because there was some guys that were left in the draft room that thought they were going to be first-round picks.
Yeah, well, yeah. Will Levis.
Joey Porter Jr.
Yeah. Will Levis was probably one of them.
He was the most focused on because he's a quarterback, and you're going to get a quarterback if he's left late round in the first round in that room. Getting comparisons to guys like, Aaron Rodgers, who was a late-round pick.
That's true. But who want to pick up a guy that puts mayonnaise in his coffee?
I mean, that is a little weird. He's a little weird. You see his girlfriend?
Which one?
The sister.
I don't care.
But his girlfriend.
They're all fucking.
I don't think he was losing anyway. I'll just put it that way. But he... he had to go and wait for the next day. I think there was only one person who actually went back to the draft room that was there from the first day. I forget who it was. But yeah, most people that were there that first day that didn't get drafted didn't go back. They just decided to enjoy the rest of the draft with family, friends, doing whatever.
Yep.
I did enjoy getting to see some Tennessee players going off the board. I didn't like seeing who they went to. I especially didn't like the video that I saw with Jalen Hyatt and the Dallas Cowboys wide receiver coach. Feel like we didn't fire that wide receiver coach now.
Why? I didn't see that.
He was talking about him, during the Tennessee Pro Day. He was talking to him, and he's like, you got your skill set, right? He said, Hyatt looked at him and goes, what's that? He's like, skill set. You got a skill set. What you good at? He goes, yeah, well, what is that? He goes, come on, man. You're a speed guy. He goes, I can run routes too. He goes, oh, you can? I can run routes too. You can see. You'll watch. Yeah, Cowboys didn't pick him. You know who picked him? The New York fucking Giants. So now, he gets his revenge twice a year. So I expect New York to beat us twice a year. And we open up the season with them, as always.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Here we go. Hyatt's got to go off.
So on your draft... Okay, so you think who had the best draft this year? Give me top three.
Best draft this year, top three in order, probably Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Seattle. Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Seattle.
I'm gonna say Texans.
Texans where?
Number two.
All right, well, tell me your top three then.
Oh yeah, I'll say Seattle's number 1, Texans number 2, and Steelers is number 3.
Don't home it.
I am gonna home it because I have to home it because it makes fucking sense.
Did you not see who Philadelphia picked up in the draft?
Yeah, but they got some picks to do all that. We didn't do any pick trading. We did it on spots, and we still got
You didn't do it on pick trading. You did it when you traded Russell Wilson.
Yeah, but we didn't do it during the damn draft like almost every team did in this year's draft.
You're going to get them on that, but then you're going to sit there and give the Texans credit for it.
I am gonna, yeah, because the way they did it, they said the way they said they want number 1 and number 2. They instantly said they want number 1, number 2.
I think Philly did.
Philly got.
I mean, I'll give you the Texas. I told you Texas would be top 5 because of their top 2 picks and how they did that. I do agree. I do agree. So I'm not going to argue too much on it.
Fair not.
But Philly, man, they just got Jalen Carter to go up with the defensive tackle that they got from Georgia last year. Plus, they got the linebacker from the outside,
I don't want to worry about
Nolan Smith.
We could have picked him up, but we didn't.
Dude, they're just building the Georgia Bulldogs football team in NFL.
And that's what's going to be the Eagles.
Like,
it's going to be the Eagles.
Genius. It's genius.
So you're saying, fuck it. One of the coaches is like, fuck it. You know what? Let's just get every good Georgia Bulldog player.
I mean,
and then just have a Georgia ball team.
2 national championships in a row.
That's too much. It's almost like you want to say that with Alabama.
Could you imagine? Okay, well then picture this. Could you imagine if a team would have picked the 2001-2002 Miami Hurricanes team back-to-back years that came out in the draft with the Ed Reeds and the Patrick Willises and the Terrell Suggs and Clinton Portises and that? I mean, come on. Come on. If someone would have done that, they would have had a Super Bowl winning team for years. There would have been no Patriots.
There would have been no Patriots.
There would have been no Patriots, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, that's makes sense because they do have a lot of Georgia ball players.
I think they did good. I think Pittsburgh probably had one of the top drafts because they get a really good offensive lineman. They get a really good tight end. They get a really good cornerback. I think they kind of got needs that they needed to get to work with the young talent they got in the draft before with Pickens and Pickett and the draft before that with Najee Harris. They're going to have a really good young team. If they've got all these pieces built together the way they have and it works out, they'll be really good.
Makes sense. I think Seattle just did a good job. I think we just pulled off a really good. I think he's building another defense that's a little reminder.
I'm surprised, to be honest, that Houston didn't trade their pick away that they added, which shows me that they do want to win, which is good for the fan base. The fan base is like, okay, so they are trying to do something.
Yeah, because like fucking how many drafts that we saw, the Texans picked up stupid ass players.
And it makes sense the way they did it because they said, all right, Carolina already traded for the number 1 pick. If we want the number 1 pick, we're going to have to trade ridiculous amounts to get it, and we're already number 2. Why do that? So, we'll just pick here, and then we'll trade to get number 3. And that's what they did.
True.
Smart.
True. That's what I said. Texans
Very smart.
Yeah, Texans want to win. That's why I said they're
I don't think
probably
it's
number 1.
I don't think it's going to do good for their team. I don't think it improves their team as much as it does the others. Like how was Seattle's? I think Seattle's getting Witherspoon and Njigba is really good for their defense and their offense.
Dude, like fucking dude.
Like I told you, it kind of looks like they're trying to build.
They're building.
I can't say no fly zone, but I'm not going to say Legion of Boom.
I'm going to say Legion of Boom. I'm going to
let him play.
I'm going to say let him play, yes, but I'm worried about one other person that has a big impact on that one side that makes the Legion of Boom the way it was, and that's a strong safety.
And who's supposed to be playing that spot?
Jamal Adams.
And where is he normally playing?
On the bench.
Okay.
He's at home most of the time. See, like that's the problem is that if he does really good, stay healthy, does impact plays, and shows Witherspoon, shows Wallen, showing Diggs, because this is pretty much Diggs' time to really shine because he's captain after first year being captain, coming back to be captain again with rookies. Like you got. Was it first years and rookies on the defense starters? It's going to be difficult.
So, who do you think was the best pick overall in the first round then? Overall, helped your team out the most. It doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just overall, who do you think it helped out? Because, I mean, there's a lot of teams down here going down. I mean, like I said, you've got Dalton Kincaid, tight end. Jordan Addison, wide receiver. Wide receiver that went to Minnesota to work with Justin Jefferson since Thielen's gone. Was that a good pick? Zay Flowers going to Baltimore to help out with the Odell Beckham Jr. and Lamar Jackson. I mean, does that help them out a lot more?
It's kind of hard to really pick a player out of the first round when so many teams needed help. Like, I would say everybody did a good job picking their spots that need to be filled.
Mm-hmm.
Texans did a great job. They need to fill up the main spots they need to fill. Carolina did the same thing. Steelers did the same thing. Baltimore, the Browns. One team I do not agree with, and I'm sorry, my fellow cheeseheads, Packers did a terrible job. I think they missed a big opportunity to pick Will Levis. They had the opportunity to pick Will Levis. I stayed up for most of that first round after I noticed Will Levis was still up after my pick.
You thought they were going to go for Will Levis?
I thought they were going to go for it. I thought they will because, come on, how much trust do you put in Love? How much trust do you put in
All
Love?
of it, evidently.
Like, come on. I would have definitely said, fuck this. Let's get a quarterback.
Listen, I was upset at pick number 8 after Bijan Robinson got picked up.
Oh, I didn't like that.
And then I was like, well, you know what?
Where'd he go again?
He went to Atlanta, of all freaking places, where they've got Cordero Patterson and Algier.
Well, no, Patterson's going to be not a running back after that. He's not.
Well, they're saying that he's playing different slots. Yep. Robinson at like wide receiver and running back and everything.
So they're going to train to be another Patterson, to be like an everywhere player.
I guess.
That's stupid. That's stupid. I'm sorry, everybody, but having a player, okay, I understand having a player with multiple talents and multiple roles is a good idea, but it is fucking risky because you're gonna use them a lot. Like if you're gonna put him on a run play and then the next play he's running a route, you might not think he's gonna be open, but then when you look at one side, your main route, you look at your hot route, and all of them are covered. One person's gonna catch is that guy.
Yeah,
that's a lot of movement for a player, especially for a rookie.
They're gonna be moving a lot of guys out, and honestly, that affects guys' stats too a lot.
Yep.
So, I think it can be good to have 2 guys ahead of him, so he's not wearing himself out immediately. But they're not going to be able to do that forever with him.
Nope.
That's not a permanent thing. This is like this is what's going to work for us right now. But yeah, I was like, you know what? Even after that, Jahmyr Gibbs is still left on the board. What do the Eagles do? They trade their pick to the Lions for their running back, Swift. Here I am watching Jahmyr Gibbs get picked up by the Lions, and there's no good running backs after those two, so the Cowboys had to end up just kind of picking what they needed. Not like who was best on the board, because there was a lot of people that they could have said who was best on the board, but they kind of picked what they needed with Mozzie Smith, and I think that's really good for them because they picked up a run-stopping defensive tackle, and that's where they had a lot of problems last year, was stopping the run up the middle. So I have to give their first round kind of like a B grade, not a B plus, just regular B.
Cool.
Cowboys on their first round. You guys did really good on yours though. Yeah, you definitely.
I'll say A minus. I'd say
A minus. Yeah.
We covered the spots that we needed to fill, and with great players too, not with players that are just nobodies.
Yeah, your first round was really good. I was surprised, honestly, to see Darnell Wright be the first offensive tackle to go off the board before Skoronski.
True. I understand that.
I was very surprised because Skoronski was right behind him, number 11. I think if Skoronski would have went, Darnell Wright would have went to number 11 and played in the Tennessee Titans, and that would have been perfect for him. Because he would have had a whole big fan base of people, supporting him playing in Tennessee. But, yeah, I think I think we knew that Bryce Young was going number one. I don't know how that's going to work out for Carolina. I don't know how it's going to work out for him. He's not kind of set up the way that Tua was set up in Miami, and Tua got knocked the frick out last couple games he was in, you know?
Well, that motherfucker, yeah, I'm glad he can count to 10.
Yeah. Got to give it to, like I said, Philadelphia. They had a really good first round. You got to give it to Pittsburgh. They had a really, really good draft, all down the board.
Yep.
So those would be my teams that I would say were top three.
I agree with you though.
But
the draft was insane. Like I never seen a draft with so many trades happening in the first round. Because there was what 5?
Oh, it was so many trades.
5 of them, I think it was. In the second round, it became 6.
Well, it kind of showed that teams didn't know who was picking who. Because it was, once the Texans made their trade and they got that Will Anderson, it was, oh, okay, so we're doing that now. This team's in front of us, so we need to move in front of them.
Yeah, because I think that's what started everything, was the Texans saying, you know what? We're going to trade.
Yeah.
We're going to get that 3rd round pick.
Could you imagine those guys in the rooms, like, constantly on the phone?
The Browns.
Like those first top 10 picks, like, they're sitting there like, oh, someone's getting ready to fucking call us. We need to win.
The Browns head coach, not the head coach, but the fucking the GM, I think it was. He does pranks every year. He did his prank this year. It got a lot of people because the way everything was happening. Like a lot of people's phones was ringing because of the trades. It's crazy. I was loving the fucking draft.
I bet he's loving a draft too because he's not having to pick first all the time anymore.
It's Texans' turns now. That's what it is. It's Texans' turn. So what else have we got? That's pretty much like
that's it on the draft portion. If we're wanting to talk schedule at the end of the
we gotta talk schedule at the end. So the way we gotta talk about this now is that I'll tell you this, man, basketball is interesting.
I was going to say, we're not to go into the basketball playoffs is what I think we're doing.
Yeah, because that's what we're doing about now.
Because we've not talked about it in a couple weeks, so obviously we're out of the first round. We're out of the second round now. We're going to conference finals. In the conference finals, really, it's not who everyone expected it to be, but it's deja vu because these are the 4 teams that played each other in the conference finals during the bubble. When the Lakers won the championship that year.
Wait a minute, the Heat is still alive? I thought they lost. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is the first time 7 and 8 seeds are in the conference finals.
I'm about to put some money on the Heats. I'm about to put some money on
you'll
the
have
Heat.
my girl excited if you say stuff like that.
I might, because that makes sense. Well, look at this, though. They're the lowest seed right now. Lowest seed.
They're hot right now.
And they're
up against Boston.
And they're going against Boston. First game tonight. Haha, dude.
Jimmy Butler.
The millions of dollars are tossing around right now. Millions of dollars getting tossed around. It's interesting. It really is interesting. And then you also got the Lakers and Nuggets. Okay, so the Lakers and Nuggets right now.
Which Denver won their first game. They're up 1-0.
Dude, and what's his name again?
Jokic,
man.
Woo! Yeah, Jokic. He was going off. He had a great first half for sure.
Yes, over AD, bro. Just over him.
Well, I told you, each team has won every single home game they've had in the playoffs so far. They've only lost their away games. I was not surprised to see the exact same thing happen.
No, that's fine. It's fine. But
I will be surprised if the Lakers lose the next game. If the Lakers go back to LA down 2-0, I'll be surprised. I will be surprised.
If they lose, you know how happy I am. You know, I'm sorry, but like, I know I fucked up. Okay, I know I fucked up. I fucked up big time.
We just need to win this. Don't even say
no. I don't even want us to win this because then I feel less bad about myself.
No, I want us to win this.
All right, if you guys don't know the story,
it's horrible. It's a heart crushing tale.
Yes. All right.
A suspense.
Okay, so the way this happened was, it was before game 1, He said that bet on the Lakers. Bet on the Lakers. They're going to go all the way. They're going to go all the way. The way everything's turning out to be with LeBron and the way he broke records, it just makes sense right now. So I took his idea. I put $25 in a bet that said payout was $55,000. I was like, okay, sweet. This is how it is. Because it was a high ranking, them being a 7 seed. As I didn't read correctly, I noticed after they won round 2.
Yeah, after they won round 1 and round 2.
I noticed that my payouts was less than it was. And I noticed I was in an opt-in fucking bet. Means I was in a bet with other people that was making that same bet, so we don't all get that. The total prize was 55 grand, but if it happened, everybody splits that money. I was mad as fuck because I was hoping we would win all that because the way everything was going, my man over here was right about the Lakers.
I'm so right about them. I won't be surprised if they lose this next game.
I just feel so bad. That's why right now I'm trying to do small bets at a time, knowing I can try to get that money back.
I will be surprised.
But right now, I'm gonna put in a $50 bet into the Miami Heats. I know that cash out's high.
Oh, dude, Jimmy Butler's good, but is he good enough to go up against Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum?
We'll see.
I feel like, honestly,
after game 1,
do you remember last year? How last year was? Who was in the finals?
It was the Celtics and
the Warriors.
Yeah, Warriors. Yeah.
Remember how it ended with Tatum kind of, getting ragged on, can't win it yet. I think he's been on a tour, dude.
So you think
he's been on a rage.
So you think he's just gonna go back in the finals? I will shit my pants if fucking Celtics and Lakers go to the finals, and I witnessed this.
It wouldn't be the first time it's happened while you've been alive.
Yeah, but it ain't the first time. But then knowing everything I saw of the actual history behind this,
now you could be part of it.
Yeah, like a long time ago, I did not know about any of this at all until Showtime show came out, and when that came out, it got me interested. I ended up watching a bunch of documentaries this guy showed me, and it got me fucking interested into it, knowing that there was so much into the drama and the Celtics and the Lakers, and not even just with those two teams. You got the fucking bad boy Pistons.
Yep.
That was fucking... I love the bad boy Pistons. I love them so much, but I did not like the way they walked out of that game in the finals against MJ.
Yeah.
Didn't like that.
I think, honestly, that's the reason why Isaiah Thomas didn't get to be in part of the Dream Team.
I think, because of that disrespect.
If he would have shook his hand, it'd be like, all right, you finally got us, you countered us.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I just love the history behind all that, and having that happen again now. Come on. That's dope.
It'd be nice. Yeah.
But I'm upset that the Bucks haven't. The Bucks didn't go through. But after they lost the first round, guess what they did? They fired their head coach.
I know.
They fired their head coach.
I know.
Why?
Well, you know who else got fired, don't you?
Who else?
Doc Rivers, Philadelphia Sixers head coach.
Yeah, he got lost too.
After losing Game 7.
And now they're doing interviews right now. They haven't picked anybody.
The last 4 MVPs have not gone to the conference finals.
That's true.
Because the year Giannis won it, he didn't go.
Oh.
Jokic, when he won it, didn't go. Embiid this year didn't win it when he won it. And who else was it? I think it was Jokic 2 years in a row, actually.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, everybody's questioning about Giannis now. Giannis says, I'm staying. I'm glad he said he's staying. A loss is a loss. It's whatever. It's not a failure. It's it's just...
The way he said it was smart.
Yes. The way he did it. And smart dude. Couldn't understand in half time, but, he's a smart dude.
Understand that you didn't meet expectations at that point, but...
Yep. And he was hurt. If he didn't get hurt, I think the whole thing would have changed out. But he had his fucking ass tail, dude. His fucking... What is it?
Tail between his legs. What?
No, the bone.
Tailbone?
Yeah, tailbone. Yeah. Yeah, hit that pretty damn hard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He couldn't fucking walk at all. He needs to work on his free throws. That's what he needs to work on.
He's working on a lot of things. Like,
well, for one,
to Middleton.
Yeah, well, yeah. First of all, passing Middleton, I get the idea, but he's only good on the corner. That's it. Not middle, not side.
Middleton. Drew Holiday was your number 2 guy, not Middleton.
No, but what pisses me off is Giannis trying to shoot threes. Okay, that's what pisses me off. I'm like, I get it. He could probably make them.
Lopez.
Lopez needs to stop. Okay, I get it. You see a bunch of other big centers shooting threes, and they're making them. Like, I get it, but you're not that person, Lopez.
I mean,
Stay in the paint.
He could be.
Stay in the paint. Giannis, run the paint. You are a finisher, not a fucking shooter. Okay, that's how it is.
I don't know.
He can shoot on the inside the twos. He shoot the mids.
Just gotta keep throwing them up there. Stay golden pony boy.
Yeah, that's how we lose.
I'm interested to see what the Mavs are going to do.
No,
because Luka's not going to. He's not going to stick around for very long if they don't start getting him some help.
Well, they gave him my Irving, and they thought that was a big help.
Kyrie is a mental case, bro.
He is.
He's good at basketball, but he's the Kanye of basketball. Okay? Kyrie is the Kanye of basketball.
Why do you say that?
All the stuff that he says and does and conspiracy theories and everything, it's like... And he's so great at what he does. Like Kanye, I don't care what anyone says. Kanye is a really good rapper. And Kanye really does put his shit together when he first came out. Dude.
And that's when he first came out. I'll give you this.
First, 4 or 5 albums.
I'll say first 2 albums. I'll say first
4 or 5 albums.
I'll say first 2 albums, okay?
First 4 or 5 albums. 808s and Heartbreaks you gotta love too, dude. It was so good. That was right after his mom died. It was so good.
Whatever. You like your music. I like mine. Country boy, okay?
Country boy, this is rap I'm talking about. What
care.
Are you talking about, country boy? I'm being honest. Kanye was good. I'm open to other music genres. I don't know why you have to scream the lyrics.
You're gonna yell at my music now.
But I'm just saying, I can accept.
Okay.
But this is sports conversation.
I'm still gonna say that first 2 albums. I'm pushing it with anything else, but first 2 albums. But I understand where you're coming from.
High school dropout, college reject.
But the main question is that if he does move, where is he going to go? Where are the trades we're going to go? Problem is,
San Antonio.
He's going to go to the Spurs. He's going to work with Victor.
Oh, dude. Could you imagine?
Speaking of that, the lottery happened, and this guy over here was right again.
Again.
Spurs got the first round pick. And we all know who they're going to pick. And it's Victor. I don't know how to say his last name.
Wembanyama.
Is that how you say it? Wembanyama.
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 Wembanyama. Is that yeah.
Wembanyama. Wembanyama.
I'm going to say it wrong. Not saying it. Not saying it. His name is Victor, and I'm only accepting that because it's relatable. Okay? So I'm only accepting that.
Victor Wembanyama.
I almost thought you were going to say Victor Wembanyama. I thought you were going
Wembanyama.
I'm sorry, okay? Words are hard. Alright, so, like, the Spurs are going to pick up Victor, so that's going to be like an automatic pick.
Oh, for sure.
But who is the other 2? I know they always focus on 3 picks, but who's the other 2? I haven't really focused on because we've been focused on Victor mostly. Because we all know LeBron James' son's not gonna be in it until next year.
No, LeBron James' son isn't gonna be in it. Really, right now, I don't know who other than Victor. Just because I don't know about all the European talent and everything that everybody looks into. But if I was really to guess from just college aspects and like college basketball, Purdue's center, big 7-footer. I think he's another big guy that need to look for. I forget what his name is. And then the guys over at Gonzaga. I forget what his name is. The other center. I don't remember their names right now off the top of my head. You threw this question at me and I wasn't prepared for it. Zappis or something like that. It's some weird like Washington name close to the Canadian border. Well, no, seriously, they have all weird names up there in that like Canadian border area.
Okay, I get you.
Vancouver.
This is why we don't do much hockey, because we both fuck up on hockey sometimes.
Yeah, okay? Stefan Yatsky is something I can't say very well.
It's like, his name is Jay Ski. There you go.
Ski. Jay Ski. What's up, Jay Ski? Sounds like we're chirping now.
You're H Ski, you're J Ski, you're D Ski. Okay, there you go. That's what it is to me.
Christian the Ice Jay Ski.
I'm an asshole. I get it. Alright? But, oh my god. Alright, so speaking of hockey, alright, the playoffs is still going on for hockey. So this is interesting right now.
Yes, hockey playoffs.
So I'm going to tell you this. I'm sorry for the Devils. You guys got knocked out. But the Krakens, we're still in it. Let's go, baby. Alright. And then, hold on.
They're going against the Knights.
All right, so you got the Hurricanes facing the Panthers in this game final.
Mm-hmm.
And oh no, we didn't.
Got me all.
I know, I got myself all pumped too. I actually looked at the wrong week. I am so sorry, everybody. I am so sorry. Dallas won that game. I'm so sorry. All right, so it's actually fuck me.
Fucking the one Dallas team I don't cheer for.
All right, fuck off. Shit. All right, so you have the Panthers and Hurricanes, and then you got the Golden Knights facing the Stars, Dallas Stars. And they're both game ones. The Krakens did a good job. They brought it to game 7. I'm sorry, they brought it to game 7. The Bruins got knocked out.
Yeah, they got knocked out first round.
They didn't beat the record.
Nope.
They tied it with everybody else.
Yep. First is the worst.
No, they got 64 wins. Yeah, they got 64 wins, so they technically beat the record.
Yeah, they beat the record.
Yeah, they beat the record and point system too.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't get that.
But they didn't get Lord Stanley's Cup.
Yep. That's the one thing that matters the most. If you can beat the record and win the Stanley Cup, then you're on history books.
Let Tom Brady tell you which Super Bowl ring he'd trade to have that one perfect season ring. I bet he'd trade at least 3 or 4 of them.
Thank you, Giants. Thank you.
Thank you, Eli.
Yeah, Eli. Yes, thank you, Eli.
Thank you, Eli.
I remember that game.
And David Tyree.
Oh my god. That was awesome.
That was amazing.
That was a great game.
I'll never forget that, watching it.
There's a lot of games I regret watching. A lot of Super Bowls I regret watching, and a lot of Super Bowls I love watching.
Dude. Watching
the Rams and fucking
Patriots? Yeah, that one I would have just rather just walked outside and let it just rain on me all night.
Yeah, I'd rather watch something else than that.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch the fucking Dancing Stars that was on the same time.
I was very upset the Patriots Atlanta Falcons game.
Oh yeah, that comeback? Yeah, we were all fucking stoked and happy that they're gonna fucking lose.
Yeah, we were all pumped. We were all celebrating, eating, everything,
And then they just come back.
And then, they can't come back. They can't. Oh, fuck.
Yep. It was bad.
I know for you, it was a good Super Bowl. For me, it sucked watching Peyton lose that Super Bowl to the Seahawks the way that they did. I would have liked it if it would have been more of a competitive game.
Oh, yeah, because the way that first started with Denver, you already instantly knew they weren't prepared.
Knew, yeah, that they were done.
I instantly said, we got this. Yeah. We got this instantly. And it was like, yeah, we're going to win this.
Yeah. I immediately said we're done.
Because after that, they fucked up another play. After that, it's like, oh yeah, they're done.
Mm-hmm.
They're just done. We got it.
Stage is too big right now.
Yep. The year after that, I didn't like that one. I didn't like that one at all. I did not like that.
I did not like that at all either. I wanted you to win that one.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I feel weird cheering for the team that I didn't want to win the last Super Bowl, and I was kind of wanting to cheer against again because they had beat that team, but I can't cheer for the Patriots.
Yeah, no one can. Right now we can, but no one can now.
Like, when it was Tom Brady and Belichick, no, I couldn't.
Yeah, it's just you couldn't.
Yeah, that one was one that was really tough to do. Watching honestly, both of the Giants wins against the Patriots were nice. It's hard to talk Super Bowl without talking Patriots.
It is, but I'm going to say this. It doesn't include the Patriots, and it doesn't include Seattle, it doesn't include the Packers, it doesn't include the Cowboys. Okay? The Cardinals and Steelers.
That was a good Super Bowl.
That was a really good Super Bowl. The way it ended.
The way it played out, I just did not like the ending.
The ending was awesome. Awesome!
If it would have been the opposite way, yes. I wanted the Cardinals to win.
I wanted the Steelers to win. I wanted the Steelers to win.
No, but I wanted the Cardinals to win.
No, I wanted them
They never won.
I wanted them to have more Super Bowls than the Patriots, okay?
Well, that doesn't fucking work. Not when Tom Brady stayed with the team.
Nope, it didn't. It didn't at all.
I did like, for me personally, watching a lot of the older Super Bowls. I'd have to say one of my favorites was Denver Green Bay. Brett Favre versus John Elway. I did want Green Bay to win that one, though, even though John Elway won it. But Green Bay had won the one before against Patriots, and I thought, well, surely they're going to win this one.
Well, you already knew, man.
I thought they were going to be the next Cowboys after the Cowboys had won, so many.
Well, that's what I thought, too, because that makes sense for all that.
One that I remember very vividly was also the Las Vegas, is what they are now, but at the time, Oakland Raiders versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I'll give you
that. That was probably the most dominant defensive performance I've ever seen.
All right, so...
And John Gruden absolutely coached his ass off to beat the team that let him go, fired him.
So, of all the games you saw, Super Bowls, championships, regular seasons, what was your best top-of-the-line moment you've seen from the Cowboys?
Best moment from the Cowboys that I've seen personally? I have seen them win a Super Bowl. So, I am not old.
He doesn't have short-term memory loss. That's what it is.
Gosh. I do remember watching Emmitt Smith break the all-time rushing record.
What was your favorite moment, though?
I don't know. They broke my heart so many times. I'd have to say it'd have to be those early moments, honestly. Cowboys winning the Super Bowls and...
I'll give you that.
I'd say the most recent...
Give me 10 years. Give me 10 years.
Within the last 10 years?
Last 10 years. I'll give you mine the last 10 years.
I mean, Romo had a lot of good games, but I also remember a lot of heartbreak, so it's hard to really say that's my favorite moment when I know that just the next week he just fucked it up. So I said, he's the only person I've ever seen throw for 5 touchdowns and 500 yards and still lose a game.
Mm.
Only team I've ever seen do that.
All right, so
I will say this, a lot of the Cowboys moments have involved the Seahawks.
Really?
Yes. Emmitt Smith broke the rushing record against the Seahawks. Tony Romo had the botched snap for the field goal against the Seahawks. Seahawks ended up winning that wild card game. Let's see what's another one.
I got one that's mine, and I got one that's the Packers. And the one that's the Packers is not the best one for the Packers.
It's probably the best one for you.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
It was. It definitely was. Okay, so my favorite one for the Packers was when the Cardinals faced the Packers and the Cardinals won that game. I laughed my ass off that whole last 2 minutes, knowing that I knew it was coming. And Larry Fitzgerald caught 4 catches in a row and run that down the field to get score a touchdown, just wind down the clock. Best moment about it is that no one covered him the whole goddamn time. He had no catches in the whole game, except those 4 catches at the end. I loved it. Packer fans was pissed. Pissed. I was surrounded by hateful people in the rest of my life, but that was a great moment. The other great moment was Seattle. Same team. And it's the catch. The greatest moment of my entire life that brought us into the Super Bowl. That a lot of people who disagree with me that was an interception, but sorry, it's a catch. Referee called it. Referee rules. So
I have to say most memorable Packer moment for me, probably Brett Favre against the Oakland Raiders.
Oh yeah.
After his dad died.
Yep. He scored 5 touchdowns.
5, I think. Yeah.
Yep, 5 touchdowns, like 600
Between
yards.
that and his last game as a Packer in that playoff game.
Oh yeah.
I do remember that, and they should have won that game, man. They should have won that game. It should have been Packers versus Patriots.
And giving him 2 Super Bowls, at least try to get 2 Super Bowls and be the only Packer to have 2 Super Bowls.
Other than Bart Starr.
Well, Bart Starr, yeah, but yeah.
That's before it was Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was before Super Bowl. A lot of people always have that problem is that the Patriots have more Super Bowls. And I get it, it's more Super Bowls, but if you really want to be technical about this,
Who has more championships? Who?
Can't say Cowboys.
No.
It ain't the Bears. It's not the Bears.
Championships.
No, Packers got more championships than the Bears.
Overall, I believe it's the
Ooh.
Bears that have most championships
No.
all together.
No, Packers won more championships. When it became Super Bowl, Bears won more Super Bowls than us.
You know what?
Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. All right, speaking while he's looking that up, because I know it's going to take him a minute. The XFL happened, and the XFL, last time we talked about it, was the championship games between 2 different divisions. So we had the Renegades facing the Roughnecks. The Renegades won that 26-11. Seattle Sea Dragons and the Defenders won that 37-21. For the actual, I can't remember what they really called it. It was like the championship game, I guess, the XFL championship game. Renegades facing the Defenders. The Renegades won that game 35-26. So that was a pretty good game. Everybody was there. The Rock did a nice little speech for them. So that was pretty dope. I enjoyed that a hell of a lot more. And speaking of the XFL, a couple of their players signed with NFL teams.
How far they go?
Yeah, Butler, wide receiver for the St. Louis Battlehawks. He went to the Steelers. Rambo, wide receiver for the Orlando Guardians. He went to the Eagles. Jones Smith, offensive tackle from the Battlehawks, went to the Commanders. Gary Jennings, my bad. Wide receiver from the St. Louis Battlehawks went to the Panthers. And Jordan Thomas, tight end, went to from the Guardians, went to the Panthers also. This was kind of stupid. I didn't like this at all. But Seattle Sea Dragons quarterback Ben DiNucci went to Denver Broncos.
Pre-era Super Bowl, Chicago has more.
Really?
But altogether, Green Bay does have more.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So pre-era Super Bowl, Chicago, but altogether, Green Bay.
Okay, so we were both right.
Yes.
I'll say it's a both right.
Yes.
Because you said
they won the NFL championships, but with it all together.
Okay.
Green Bay has 13 altogether, and then altogether the Bears have 9.
Okay, that makes sense.
No.
That makes sense. And then you have Brees
Sorry
Thomas.
about that, people.
Oh, you're fine. It was fun. We had to figure that out because it makes sense. We could just look at the ball. The ball says it all, right there. And it shows like all the championships they had for all those years.
Yeah.
So Dad made a mention about that too, which is funny. He was like, "Yeah, you know what's funny about my ball? My ball has hardly anything around it except writing. Yours don't."
The writing's so small on mine. What's up with yours? Why is yours a big font?
That's what I was like, "You asshole." You asshole. I gotta bring that ball. That's what I'm doing. So okay, so we're gonna discuss that later on. So and then you had Brees Thomas went from Seattle Dragons. He went to the Miami Dolphins, And then one player that I thought was pretty damn cool was Austin Fululi, Fuhulo, whatever the fuck his last name, defensive line. He is from Seattle Sea Dragons. He went to Seattle Seahawks. So that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that pretty well. So quite a few players went from the XFL to the NFL, which we all expected and wanted that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't like DiNucci going to Denver. I didn't like that. Like, what's up with Denver picking up all the Seattle quarterbacks?
DiNucci played for Cowboys.
Yeah, but he finished off and he went to Seattle Sea Dragons. And now they're grabbing that guy. Fucking A. Fucking A. Oh, we have a kicker too. They got picked up. I didn't see that kicker at all. San Antonio Bahamas. Did I say that right? I did. I think I. No, I didn't.
Santonio Brown?
I didn't say Antonio Brown.
Santonio Brown. Is that what you said?
No, I said San Antonio Bahamas.
I can't see from that far. I'm old.
Oh my god, you're old. Okay.
Oh, the San Antonio Brahmas.
Yeah,
Brahmas.
That's what I said.
Brahmas.
Yeah. John Parker Romo. No. Yeah, Romo.
Brahmas, not Brahmas.
Shut up. All right. He signed from the Detroit Lions. So I'm glad that a lot of XFL players went to the NFL. We're going to see how they go from there. I don't think they're going to be starters, honestly. Maybe the kicker will be.
I mean, like, Cowboys had Turpin comes 13 last year, and he did some stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. You'll see.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't really effective in the passing game. I don't think they really had too much for him in the passing game. But he did returns, kick return, punt return. So
now it leads us to our last segment, and the segment we all wanted to talk about is going to take a minute to talk about. And that is the 2023 schedules. And we're going to not do all of them because that's a lot of fucking talking for that. So we decided to do two teams each. That's it. And we're going to talk more about their schedule later on when we talk about the regular season and the off season. Because I know when we talk about the off season, we really don't, not off season, but the preseason games, we really don't talk about those. We just really talk about more of the games coming up in the regular season. So, Darth, do you want to start with the Cowboys or you want me to start with Seattle?
I can start with the Cowboys if you want me to.
That's fine. That's
okay.
Fine. Step away from the mic a little bit. That thing's a little loud.
You're a little loud. Anyway.
That's a big comeback. I don't know what to say about that one. Shit. Holy fuck.
Anyway, so the Cowboys have the AFC East and the NFC West on their schedule this year, which means we have one of the hardest schedules in football, with us playing in the NFC East as well. So, of course, we're going to have our games against the Giants, the Eagles, and the Washington Commies. But then we also have games against the new-look New York Jets with Aaron Rodgers. Cowboys start off their season with a New York surprise with New York Giants Week 1, New York Jets Week 2.
Really?
Yes.
Do you stay at the same stadium?
We are at New York at home for the second game. So we play Giants against them at home, have the Jets at our home.
I thought it'd be kind of dope if you guys just stayed in New York for 2 weeks in a row.
That would have been interesting.
Because I think you guys would have had a better advantage in ways, because you guys played the same stadium twice in a row.
In ways, I think we would have been better prepared.
Yes. But
for the second game.
But for a different team. It's like last year when we had one of the, what was it, the Giants or somebody fucking had to face each other. Washington, yeah.
Yeah.
They had to face each other twice in a
back
row, back to back, in the same stadium, back to back.
Or no, they had to switch stadium. That's all it was. They just had to go back to back to each other.
Yeah, that's right. It was just weird. It was just weird for all that to happen.
But yeah, they have those first two games. The Week 1 game will be the Sunday night game, as per usual for the Cowboys. Week 1. Cardinals will be Week 3, so that'll be our first game against the NFC West. Then we have the Patriots. Week 4, Week 5 will be a big game. It'll be our rival from the 80s, from the 90s, from the last two playoffs, the San Francisco 49ers at San Fran.
We're going to definitely discuss that a lot.
So that one's going to be fun. Then after that, we stay in California and play the Los Angeles Chargers. That'll be the Monday night game. So we go from a Sunday night game to a Monday night game with San Fran and LA. Week 7 is our bye week. I am not happy about that. That was a very early bye week. Although I will say, it does come at a decent time because we just got done with the 49ers and the Jets and Giants, that first part of, and the Chargers, that first part, because you don't know how the Chargers are going to be. They were supposed to have been really good last year, and they just kind of dropped the ball, no pun intended.
Oh, yeah.
But we have that bye week, and then we come up against the Rams week 8. And then our first game against the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, at week 9, with the Giants week 10. We go to Carolina to play the Panthers week 11. Week 12 will be our first game against the Commies. That will be our Thanksgiving game. So Dallas versus Washington Thanksgiving. The way it should be, and they should be called the Redskins. I don't care what you all say. Week 13 will be our week, Cheese.
Yeah, I noticed that we face each other.
Yeah. I like that game because it gives the Cowboys an exact week to prepare. We don't have to go from a Thursday game,
Sunday game to a Thursday game.
Or like a Sunday game to a Thursday game. It's a Thursday game to a Thursday game.
Or Monday through a Thursday. Yeah.
Well, that doesn't ever happen. They do Sunday to Thursday. They don't do Monday.
Oh, okay.
That's part of the school schedule contract. But then after we play the Eagles. Then week 15 at the Bills. Week 16 at the Dolphins. Week 17 we pick up the Lions as one of our fill-in games. And then our last game of the season, just like last year, is Washington Commies. So, Cowboys are projected to have, I think, tied for the second or third hardest schedule in the league.
How many wins and losses?
You never know how teams are going to be because you don't know if they're going to carry on momentum from last year. You don't know if any pieces that they picked up are going to help. Any pieces they lost are going to be detrimental. Oh, just looking at it on paper. There's 18 weeks, 17 games played. I give us 10-7, 11-6. Somewhere around there. Split with Philly. Possibly split with New York Giants.
I dig it.
I think we can go 2 out of 4 on the West. The NFC West with the Rams and the Cardinals for sure. I don't know if we can go 3 out of 4 with you and San Fran. I think we can go 2 out of 4 the AFC East. But I'm not sure because the AFC East is a little bit tougher, in my opinion, than the NFC West. Just looking at it, but I don't really know how Miami's going to be. But they're still going to have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. I mean,
yeah, you have a tough schedule.
It's tough. It's tough, man. And then we've also picked up Detroit, and we play them towards the end of the year. And what was Detroit doing last year towards the end of the year?
Kicking ass.
Yeah, start off 1-7, then finish their season off 7-1. Like, I mean,
I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting schedule for you. But I think we have a very easy schedule.
You guys have an easier schedule, but you still have to play San Fran twice. You still have to play us, the Giants, and the Eagles. I know for sure. Yep. You said you had the Bills?
Nope.
No Bills? Oh.
Nope. This is my schedule. This is awesome.
Let me hear that schedule.
All right, so week 1 we face the Rams at home. Okay, that's a win. We face the Lions week 2. That's a loss. I want to say we lose that game. We face the Panthers in week 3, win. We face the Giants week 4, win. Seattle faces the Bengals week 5. That's a loss.
That could be a win. You see how Cincinnati's been the last 2 years. They started off slow, finished strong.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a win.
It could be a win, but
I'm
going to say it's a loss, though. Okay, I'm going to say it's a loss. Cardinals win. And then we face the Browns in week 8. Ravens and it doesn't tell me my bye week, so I don't know which one my bye week is. Kind of pissed off about that.
I'm gonna figure that out for you.
Yeah, figured it out for me. And then we face the Ravens. That's a win. We face the Commanders. That's a win. Go back to Rams. That's a win.
All right, so let's see.
What's our bye week? I just need another bye week.
Rams, Lions, Panthers, Giants. Week 5 bye week.
Fuck.
You've got freaking roasted on your bye week, bro. Week 5, you start off the season with a bye. You get your first 4 games in, and you get the first week of a bye. That's allowed.
I like that. I like that. It's a stretch. Because what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. So after the bye, we go face the Bengals. So I feel like, okay, so that right there kind of helps with my answer. So that's a win. Win against the Commanders or facing the Rams. Win. 49ers lose. Face the Cowboys. Then we face the Eagles, the 49ers. Then we go face the Eagles.
Do you see that 4-game stretch, bro? Niners, Cowboys, Niners, Eagles. That's a tough 4-game stretch.
We're going to lose one of those games. We're going to lose one. Out of that 4 stretch, we're going to lose one. Trust me. I got some faith in this. Our defense looks good. And then we face the Titans. This is what I'm fucking excited about, everybody. Okay, this is what I want to talk about. Okay? We're stopping right here for a minute. Okay? All right. Okay, we face Titans. Okay, we're going to finish off schedule for you guys anyways, because there's only 2 games after that. Is the Steelers, and then we face the Cardinals our last game. Okay, so back to this Tennessee Titans game, okay? We're not going to Seattle. Seattle's not going to stay at home for this. They're coming here. They're coming to Tennessee on Christmas fucking Eve. Okay? A Christmas Eve game. That is just amazing. You cannot beat that anywhere else. I'm going to try my best to find tickets and see what I can do to go for that game. But our schedule looks, I think it's easy. It's just having a bye week of 5 is a killer. It's just a killer. Okay?
Oh, bro.
Expensive, isn't it? I know.
Oh, bro.
What?
Oh, that's all expensive.
Alright, so now we're going to talk about the Packers here. Because I need to talk about them. Because for my family's sake. And because they don't have Aaron Rodgers, I want to see how this goes. First game of the season, they face the Bengals. I need you to tell me what bye week the Packers have. But you're looking at this tickets, aren't you? Week 2.
You don't have to get over your fear of heights. That's all I got to say.
Nope. I'm not getting up those stairs. I will pay the extra fucking money for that. The Packers face the Bears. The Packers face the Falcons, and then the Saints, the Lions, the Raiders.
The Packers.
Hey, they face the Raiders. Devontae Adams comes back. No, the Packers go to them. And then after that, the Packers face the Broncos. That's interesting. Then the Vikings, then the Rams, then the Steelers, Chargers, Lions.
Week 6 is their bye week.
Week 6.
Gosh, so all 3 of those teams have early bye weeks.
The Chiefs, they face the Chiefs, then the Giants, then the Buccaneers, Panthers, Vikings, and the last game of the season is the Bears. So Seattle's going to finish off with a 13-5. I'm giving them 13-5. Winning the division. Packers, I'm giving you guys a 4-14.
Well, let's look at one more team. A team that I'm going to be very interested to see how their season goes.
Jets.
The New York Jets.
Sauce Gardner, baby. Put a little sauce on it.
They open up week 1 with the Bills.
That's going to be a great game. That's a Monday night game, isn't it?
That is the Monday night game.
Yep, that's going to be a great fucking game.
Week 2 will be against the Cowboys at Dallas. Week 3 against the Patriots.
That's weird.
Week 4 against the Chiefs.
Okay, so I'll say...
That'll be a Sunday night game.
I'm going to say a loss, a win, and a win.
The Broncos.
A win.
The Eagles.
A loss.
Week 7 bye. At the Giants. I mean, at New York. So, I mean... New York at New York.
Oh, okay. So they're facing the Giants.
Yeah.
Win.
Chargers.
Win.
Monday night game.
Win.
Raiders. Sunday night game.
Win.
Bills.
Win.
Dolphins.
Win.
Falcons.
Win.
Texans.
I don't know about that one because, like, I know they're not going to do great, but we've seen some weird shit happen out of the draft. Like, for example, the Cowboys. When you guys picked up a quarterback and a running back, I know I expect you guys to go to the fucking playoffs undefeated. Well, not undefeated. You guys lost 2 games, and that was against the Giants. I am so sorry. But still. And then you lost first round. So... I seen shit happen like that. I don't think I can see that from the Texans, but I can see them win some games are there. But I'm gonna say loss. Loss.
Dolphins again.
Win.
Commanders.
Win.
Browns.
Win.
Patriots.
Win.
So you're thinking 10-7.
I'm thinking 10-7. 11-7.
11-6.
11-7 because it's 18 games.
10-7, but it's 1 bye week.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. My bad.
10-7.
10-7. It's a 10-7 playoff potential. Not wild card. I don't think wild card.
I mean, it'd have to be wild card.
I don't think so. Remember last year?
I think it'd have to be. I think
a lot of teams are so close together.
I'm saying 10-7 would have to be a wild card.
A lot of weak divisions are going to be a lot of strengths. For example, like for the Texans division, who do they have in there again? Texans,
Titans, Colts, Jaguars.
Okay,
Jaguars division.
The Texans won't be last in that division though. I don't think they will. Colts will.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends.
I think Colts.
Do the Colts have better weapons to put around Anthony Richardson than what the Texans have to put around C.J. Stroud? Even though they also do have good defense with Will Anderson, does Colts not have good defense when they have?
But they have good. They don't have good weapons on the offense. In my eyes, like the only person they
Michael
have
Pittman
is
Jr.
I don't think he's that good. The only person they have is good is fucking Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman Jr.
It's like if they picked up a wide receiver or a good wide, like if, for example, if the Colts actually put some money out and got OBJ, then I will say that the Colts will actually be number 2. I'll say number 2. Because Richardson can play with fucking old Beckham. Can play the same style as the Beckham wants. But he decided to go to Ravens, so that's how shit happens.
Now, here's what I'm very interested to talk about. Here's our Thursday night schedule, okay? Starting off week 2. We're going to see which schedule you think is better. Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night. All right, so Thursday night, Minnesota at Philadelphia. New York at San Fran. Detroit at Green Bay. Chicago at Washington. Denver at Kansas City. Jacksonville at New Orleans. Tampa Bay at Buffalo. Tennessee at Pittsburgh. Carolina at Chicago. Cincinnati at Baltimore. Miami at New York Jets. Seattle at Dallas. Patriots at Steelers. Chargers at Raiders. Saints at Rams. Jets at Browns. Thursday sounds pretty good. I'm just gonna be honest. There's
Like
a few.
there's only two of them I actually enjoy. The rest of them are like almost like facing the good and bad and ugly.
Well, it starts off. You got Minnesota, Philly. That was NFC Championship.
Mm-hmm.
And you have Giants at 49ers. You expect those teams to be pretty decent.
Well, you got Aaron Rodgers facing the 49ers, which every time 49ers beat Aaron Rodgers.
Giants.
I mean, yeah, what? You said
Giants, not Jets. Giants, not Aaron Rodgers.
My bad.
I know, you're going to get this New York thing confused all the time, aren't you?
Yeah, because I'm now paying attention to Jets, and now I have people that's a Giants fan.
Detroit, Green Bay, we'll get to see maybe if, depending on how Green Bay is, it could be a good or bad game. I don't know. Denver, Kansas City, depending on how Denver is, you don't know. Let's see.
Fuck, Denver's got fucking 5 primetime games, and they all proven that last year that they had 4 primetime games. All those games fucking suck!
I think there's a 3-game stretch right here that's pretty good. You got Cincinnati, Baltimore, Miami, the Jets, Seattle, Dallas.
See, Seattle, Dallas is the only one that I think it's going to be more competitive, more like a battle.
But it's better than most of the Thursday night schedules. Last year's Thursday schedule sucked. Every Thursday game sucked.
Well, they're testing out something that really they want people to not watch, and that was Amazon Prime. I hope they don't do that again, but they will.
Oh, well, technically there is one more Thursday game, but it's going to be shown on NBC. Not on Amazon Prime, and it's going to be the first game of the season, which is Detroit, Kansas City. So Sunday night schedule. Cowboys, Giants, Dolphins, Patriots, Steelers, Raiders, Chiefs, Jets, Cowboys, Niners, Giants, Bills, Dolphins, Eagles. It's a NFC East Sunday night, just to let you know. And AFC East Sunday night. Chicago, Bears, Chargers, Bills, Bengals, Jets, Raiders, Vikings, Broncos. It's going to be a horrible Sunday night game. Niners, Seahawks. That'll be a good one. Yeah, you're going from Sunday to Thursday. Because your Niners game's week 12, your Cowboys game's week 13.
Yeah, so we got a full week. I'm glad.
You don't have a full week.
Oh, we don't have a full week.
You have Sunday to Thursday.
Oh, that's right.
We have a full week.
It doesn't matter. After week 5, a fucking whole fucking hell is going to be terrible. Shit, going after, what is it? 13 games?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking A, we better win every goddamn game so we can get a break. We can get a first bye week. Fucking get that home field advantage.
After that Thursday game, you'll be like, man, we got almost like a bye week this week. We don't have to play Sunday. Got the Ravens, Chargers, Chiefs, Packers, Eagles, Cowboys, Ravens, Jags, Bengals, Steelers, Packers, Vikings. I think Sunday pretty decent.
There's a few terrible ones I can
There
see.
are. But they do try to keep it as like division rivals and stuff, so that is pretty good. Looking at the Packers though, I just can't see the Packers as being a good game.
I noticed that they're really heavy on the Jets. Remember last year they were really heavy on the Broncos for primetime games because of the big trade that happened. So I could see them doing that with the Jets.
Well, you see a lot of Niners, you see a lot of Jets, you see a lot of Kansas City on there, a lot of Cowboys. Seahawks have got a few extra primetime games. That's pretty cool. First Monday night game, Buffalo and the Jets. Week 2 will have 2 games. Be Saints, Panthers, Browns, Steelers. Week 3 will have 2 games. Eagles, Buccaneers, Rams, Bengals. So we're starting off with 5 games on Monday night for the first 3 weeks. 2 extra games. I like that.
I don't mind that.
You get a game at 7:15 and a game at 8:15, so you have 2 games going on simultaneously. About an hour off.
Are we gonna have like
a red zone Monday night?
Get the fuck out of my head. All right, get the fuck out of my head.
Then you have Seattle, New York Giants. Be the first one after the doubleheaders, back to back.
I face your team on a prime time, and I face Jenny teams on a prime time, and I face Tennessee on a fucking Christmas Eve game.
Prime time. That's prime time.
It is a prime time game, isn't it? It's a night game. Oh, I
game.
am not leaving Nashville that night.
No, you won't. You'll be leaving that morning, but not that night.
I'm leaving early morning.
Santa Claus will be going around that night.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'll be driving home all tired and shit. Oh my god.
You have to, if you go to the game dressed as Santa. You realize, like,
I'll be on TV.
You'll be on TV.
With a cheese hat. I should wear a cheese hat.
Bro, trust me. Just go dress as Santa.
Dress as Santa with a cheese hat and my jersey.
Go in that stadium wearing a Santa outfit. Don't wear your Seattle stuff because they'll throw stuff at you.
I don't give a shit.
But just wear a Santa outfit. Dude, you'll be fine. Packers, Raiders, Cowboys, Chargers, Niners, Vikings, Raiders, Lions, Chargers. Chargers have a lot of primetime games. Chargers, Jets, Broncos, Bills, Eagles, Chiefs, Bears, Vikings, Bengals, Jags, Titans, Dolphins. So we're getting back into doubleheaders on week 14 with Titans, Dolphins, and Packers, Giants. Chiefs, Patriots, Ravens, 49ers, and week 17 final Monday night game will be Detroit at Dallas. Cowboys get the last Monday night game. That's pretty cool.
That's cool. That's cool.
I like that. We get the first Sunday night, last Monday night.
That is dope. That is dope to have that. This year is gonna be very interesting the way schedules look. I am gonna be focusing on the Jets and the Packers to see what's up. See if that trade was really helpful or not.
Yeah. I mean, it should be helpful for the Jets, you would think. But we'll just have to see. It wasn't helpful for the Broncos last year. It was helpful for the Seattle Seahawks this year, though.
Goddamn right, bro. You don't understand. After week 6, I was sitting here like...
Not being here kind of hurt me because I knew how intense you were going to be for the draft that first round. Knowing, like, what's going to happen. Like, what are we going to do?
Dude,
Who are we going to get?
I was standing up for those 4 hours.
I bet.
Did not sit down.
I bet.
I had that ball in my goddamn hands when my pick was up. I put that ball in my hands. I'm sitting here like, God damn it, dude, who are we going to pick? And I'm sitting here thinking in my head like, there's so many quarterbacks out. I hope we don't do something stupid. Like, there's no point in picking a quarterback when we just
What would you have done if you would have seen some, like, big orange, like, Tennessee tee, like, all of a sudden pop up next to your Seattle Seahawks ring?
I'll be like, it's too early.
And then it says Darnell Wright, offensive tackle. You would be like, oh, well, okay, fine then.
I'd be so pissed.
You would have been pissed, but you would have probably been like, all right.
I was pissed on a lot of other picks, but they were mostly on the Packers. I was focused on the Packers and see what really they do. They didn't have much picks, really, but...
I'm surprised you picked Witherspoon, to be honest. I didn't think he was going to be the guy that you would pick.
That was a flip. I thought we'd pick somebody else. I thought we were actually going to pick a defensive end. Because that's what we really needed, was someone
I thought you were on defensive end.
To help out with...
You're getting Tyree Wilson. That's who I thought you were getting. And then the Raiders got him. And then, honestly, that's dangerous for the Raiders. Because they've already got Max Crosby.
Yeah, and having him and Max Crosby on the other side. Jesus Christ. It's going to be interesting, man. The draft was awesome. The schedule, when it came out, was dope as shit.
I liked all the schedule releases that everyone did. There's a lot of them that were pretty funny.
Chargers did an anime one, which was awesome.
Titans had a funny one where they were asking people to say the names of the teams. And there's, like, people who didn't know who they were, but they're just showing them, like, the logos. That was funny. That's funny. You need to look it up.
That's funny. I did all the ones I saw. The one I really did enjoy, just because I've been watching a hell of a lot of it, was the Cowboys release schedule one with the Yellowstone. That was dope. That was really dope.
Yeah.
No, that was really dope. You see what I mean though? When you look at that guy, you just instantly know that guy's a fucking cowboy. You don't want to fuck with him. Like,
oh yeah, no, you don't fuck with that guy. But he's a writer.
Yeah, he's a writer, but he's also a rancher too, and he actually does what he does. Mm-hmm. It's fucked up. I can't do it. Can't do it. It's amazing though.
Fucking stupid Jimmy.
I love Jimmy so much, but I'm so sad he left the show. So sad he left. He left on the good terms, so that's good. That's good.
That is good.
Some people are gonna die now, though. I already know it. Some people are gonna die.
No spoilers.
I can't tell you any stories.
No spoilers, people.
I can't. It's just too good. It's so much happened in the last season 5 was crazy. So that's pretty much it we had to talk about. We went through the NFL, we went through the NHL, NBA. Baseball is happening, but it's not really big right now till mid-season when we see everybody's at. So I'm not going to discuss that really. I'll probably discuss baseball when football season starts. Yeah,
baseball, I kind of get into baseball when you start getting into the 4th of July area. When you start getting towards All-Star game.
Yes. Because after All-Star game, that's where everything matters.
Yeah, because you start getting to see kind of where teams are trending. Yeah. And I mean, of course, after All-Star break, you can see where teams start trending the opposite ways and whatnot. But you still kind of tend to know what's going on at that point. There's just so many games in baseball. I mean, if we talk baseball, you just might as well just sit down and let us just describe chess to you. I mean,
it is right now. It's really difficult,
especially early on in the season.
Well, right now with all the changes that's happening, it's just...
Well, there's so many lineup changes that happen early on in the season, bullpen changes that happen early on in the season. You got guys that are getting pulled up from Double and Triple A.
Apparently MLB teams can have 18 fucking pitchers now.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things going on with the way the game is and the way the game's played that it's too hard to really get into it right now without having to know every single person who's ever came from Guatemala and thrown a baseball.
Why can't we just have the limit of 25 fucking people? 25 people a team. That is enough. That is enough. You have substitutions and you have full 9 and another 9 just in case for switch out substitutions in each position, and then have a couple of backup pitchers. Makes sense, wouldn't it?
You want to know why? Because pitching is actually the hardest freaking thing to do in any sport.
It's hard, but...
Because how many people do you know that can throw pitches other than fastballs and throw them accurately?
Mm-hmm.
Not very many people.
Yeah, well, that's what
most people that throw a ball, the first thing they do is throw as hard as they can as a fastball.
I look at it as that you should have 5 pitchers. 5.
At least 3.
5.
At least 3. 4 is where I'm comfortable.
5. But
at least 3. 5. You gotta have a curve. You gotta have a fastball. You gotta have a slider.
Well, that's when you have...
Change up is your 4th.
I will do... Well, what? What are you talking about?
Knuckleball, whatever.
Are you talking about ball calls? I'm talking about 5 pitchers. 5
pitchers. Oh, I thought you were talking 5 pitches.
No.
Type of pitches. I was saying at least 3 pitches.
Each pitcher should at least learn 4. 4 pitchers. 4 pitches. And that's not even including the fastball.
Be a master at 3.
Yeah, you gotta be a master at 3, but I'm sorry, one of them should not be the fastball. Fastball should not count. A 2-seam fastball? No. 4-seam fastball? Yes. You should. That's a specialty of a 4-seam. A 2-seam, that's not that special that anybody can do a 2-seam fastball. It's not hard. Okay? It's just that should be one of the
I would rather them focus more on the other stuff.
Yeah, your curves, your knuckles, your curves, your knuckles, your slider.
That's what you need to know for sure.
Yeah, the knuckleballs, I understand people not getting that one because it is literally I wish I had
your
my
knuckles and
baseball.
your changeups are just too hard to really, be able to do. Like R.A. Dickey being able to throw the changeup that he can is just ridiculous.
Oh my god, the changeup he can do is just stupid. I don't know how he can do that.
But then again, having a guy like Randy Johnson who could just take there and throw a baseball and make a freaking pigeon explode upon impact.
Nope.
But
like, the reason why I say 5 pitchers is because you should have your main starter, your main man, okay? But your main man should at least finish a game by himself one time. One time a week. I would say one time a week. Your next game of that week, like for example, if we had, we'll say 4 games a week, okay? We have 4 games a week. First game, main pitcher goes, okay? Second game, main pitcher starts, does not finish, you get your second pitcher up, okay? You get your main person rest. Third game, you start the third person.
let me tell you what I think. What I personally think is that with pitchers, you should have probably about 8.
I don't think 8, that's just too much.
But you do a rotation.
Like rotation, yes.
A rotation of this is my 1 week, this is my next week. We go to the first week, the next week after that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think it should be. I think you should have 4 pitchers per week.
See, that makes sense. Well, that makes sense, yeah, but I just can't do 8. That 8's just too much. 5 is like perfect.
I think 8 because you never know what's going to happen. I mean, someone could, get injured, hurt their arm, and then you have to relieve somebody beforehand. You never know.
Well, you can put them on IR.
Well, I mean, IR, but I mean, what if they don't hurt themselves, completely, and they just need, relief? You just throw your arm out there that one game. That happens.
Yeah. So.
Do you really want to put your for sure closing pitcher in, inning number 3? No, he's your closer. He's not built for.
That's why you don't put your closer. You put your other guy in there. That usually starts the game that he's not starting. That's why you have your third pitcher. Your third pitcher is usually the guy that starts.
Your closers honestly should only have 2 closers.
Yeah, and that's your second and your fourth.
Yeah, and you just switch back and forth each week.
Yes.
I think that would be smart.
Yeah, having your 2 closers
that would keep people healthy.
And you need your 2 starters, but you also have you need your main pitcher that can hold a whole game.
But your core players, your guys playing the outfield, playing the bases, playing catcher, they need to just stay the same.
I can get a first baseman turn into a shortstop. I get that. I can see a middle outside line outfielder playing third base or second base. Like, I can see him do that, but
so you've got 3 or 4 people to sub in.
Yeah, but I can see that, but that's why you need an extra person. Each slot should have 2 subs.
Now, let's go ahead and go into the next question I have. Is everyone going to be designated hitter, or the pitcher's going to be hitting?
Pitcher flips out. Flips out with each. That's why you have 5 different pitchers. You flip them out.
So you have so all pitchers hit?
No.
Or you still have your DHs?
Whoever's your starter and pitcher.
Well, I'm just saying, every team's pitcher hits, or does every team have a DH?
Every team has DH.
Every team has DH, so that's an extra person.
Yes. I would do it that way because I would not trust my pitcher out.
I wouldn't want my pitcher to be hitting.
Like I would put my
But what about Shohei Ohtani?
Ohtani's nice and gold, but he's not. Like okay, let me say this.
And then you gotta start thinking about guys like Babe Ruth from back then.
Well, I gotta say something about Yelich too. Yelich is actually a very good pitcher, also a very good homer. So I can't say much about that much either. But I still don't like the idea of putting your main prime pitcher out there to bat. That should be the second. Hit by a ball. Yeah, to get hit by. Yeah, and having a third and fourth and fifth pitcher do the hitting
or try to slide.
Yeah, because if they get hit, that's fine. But you still got your prime pitcher. You still got your closer, your main 2 that you need. I'd rather have that happen. The pitcher shouldn't bat. If it does bat, it's the last inning of the fucking of the game. Literally the last inning. And if you're winning, then bat them. Put them in there. Everybody bats.
What about pinch hitting?
You're going into a bunch of questions now.
Dude, I mean, there's so many things to think about when you go into stuff like that.
Like, for example, if you put your pitchers out there.
Because I'm with you, there's too many AA, AAA teams, honestly, in my opinion. For there to be so many different jobs around, there's too many teams.
Well, for your batting order, how will you have your order of people knowing the homers, your sliders, your bunters,
I mean,
your middle hitters,
your power hitter is your cleanup hitter.
which is your fourth?
Yeah. Um. Honestly, I probably don't have my shortstop hitting until after my power hitter. I probably have my first baseman opening up, and probably have my outfielders right after. Um, First base, kind of get the ball out. Then your outfielders kind of have, some speed on there in case, uh, something in case you need to have speed on the bags.
You're gonna laugh at my idea for my third guy. Third guy's a speeder, but he doesn't hit homers. He hits bunts. He bunts the ball every time. Third. Your first person should be your single. Your second person should be your double. Because then you have your first person on third, you have your other person on second. If you bunt and no one moves your third and your second, no one moves. Let that person run as hard out to get to first. Then both bases are full. Get your power hitter out there. If he fails, put your other power hitter behind him. Have two power hitters back to back, just in case that one gets striked out. That's how I'll do it.
Yeah.
Even though Buddy
third base is usually your power hitter.
Yeah.
Unless you have a really good outfielder power hitter, which that doesn't happen without steroids anymore. Yeah.
I think baseball is probably one of the sports I probably will be okay with steroids.
I mean,
that's seriously the only one, because I can't see a hockey player being on steroids and he gets so angry he's gonna he's gonna pull a fucking Happy Gilmore and just take his fucking skate off and just start stabbing somebody. Be like, look like my wife! Ah! Like start fucking stabbing you and shit. Like I can see that from a hockey player on steroids.
I don't know. They're so nice. They're so nice. They're the nicest, meanest people ever.
No, they're not.
They really are. What you staring at, bud, eh? Huh? Huh? You fucking nerd? Huh? You nerd?
Sorry. Sorry, bud.
What'd you have to say to me? Won't you say that my other good ear, eh?
Football players on steroids?
It's football.
I think... Will people be... I don't know how a football player react. Maybe they'll act like
Bill Romanowski.
Really?
I'm gonna say Bill Romanowski.
Really get pulled together? Actually got caught by steroids.
Bill Romanowski. Little Lawrence Taylor. He was on cocaine too. We'll call that a steroid. Can't feel anything. It doesn't matter how hard you hit.
What about... Hey, I got an idea. What about a golfer on steroids?
Tiger Woods?
That's right. He was on steroids, wasn't he?
Come on, bro. Let's keep on going. What
Steroid.
about a skateboarder on steroids? I haven't seen that. You never seen any like Tony Hawk's rage out.
The high jumps for the Olympics, dude. Imagine that. How can you be on steroids when the only thing you do is seriously just let go of a fucking pole?
I'd say Tanya Harding was on steroids. The way she went off on Nancy Kerrigan.
I want to say Michael Phelps. I want to say Michael Phelps was on steroids the way he was swimming, but that guy was just a high all the time.
Yeah, he was on other
smoking.
drugs.
He was smoking. I can't believe that.
Lance Armstrong was on him.
Yep.
Even though he said multiple times he wasn't.
No. But Michael Phelps, though, like that's one of the guys I feel like he shouldn't take his gold medals away on it during the time that, in that time of generation and that year, weed was very, very popular. It was coming very back. A lot of artists are doing a lot. That's the time Wiz Khalifa was coming back popular.
Listen, if we want to really talk about people who shouldn't have things taken away or should have things given back to them, number one, Pete Rose.
Why Pete Rose?
Because look at all this betting stuff going on, okay? People are getting what? Oh, you're getting suspended for a year? I mean, he's out of Hall of Fame. For what? He wasn't even betting on his own games.
Okay. I'll let you have that one.
Okay. Number two, Reggie Bush should have his Heisman given back.
I'll give you that one.
Name, image, likeness. This coming from a guy, okay, who just got the number one NIL player in the nation in Nico Milieva. at quarterback. Over $1 million in name, image, likeness deals. I see his commercial on TV. Okay, and they're going to get on to Reggie Bush about being paid to go play at USC. That stuff was happening all the time anyway. We already knew that.
Yeah.
But you want to get on Reggie Bush for it, and now it's legal? Now we've got it to where boosters can do that without getting players in trouble because we knew it was already happening.
Yeah, you should get it back to him.
Give it back to him.
Yeah.
He really was probably the best player. He got voted as the best player, so he deserves to have it back. Vince Young probably was the best player that year, though.
Oh, yeah, you can't forget about it.
For the Texas Longhorns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which was probably... Okay, you want to talk about most memorable games? That game.
Okay.
I remember watching that game all the way through.
I didn't see that game.
Oh, dude. Great. All the way to the very end. Vince Young ran it in with like 8 seconds left.
Really?
Game-winning touchdown, yeah.
So,
dude, yeah, you'll have to watch the highlights on that and like how everything like built up to it. It's great.
I can't get my mind around how sports be if you're on different drugs. Like, I'm imagining if you're on like doped up coke and you're playing curling. Or like cocaine. Exactly.
That car, it'd be like the sled in National Lampoon's Vacation. You go.
It'd be so good. It'd be so funny.
The dumbest thing but it would be funny. Yeah.
Dude, I still want to record us playing basketball. I still want us to record playing that. You understand? That is so funny to me. We can get a group of people to do it. We can.
But not everybody knows about it.
We can teach them. We can teach them. We can teach you. We don't want to play that stupid ass street ball you guys play. You fancy rich people think you know how to play this game? We'll teach you how to play a game.
Yeah. They would love it, I'm sure.
Oh, no.
Now, honestly, they probably love it better than actual basketball. So,
oh, yeah, less running and less us kicking their ass. Like, that's what more us kicking their ass. Yeah, and it's us kicking their ass either way at the end. I'm sorry.
At the end, yes.
Like, I'm sorry about everybody if you guys are watching this KR group.
I think they already know. There's no need to apologize.
Yeah. Well, I still need to apologize, but like we are the athletic people of the group.
Which isn't saying much.
Well, if you look at us, we got an old, out of shape man, and I'm just fat, and we are athletic as fuck when we have a ball in our hands. It's just anything. Well, yeah, I think it's funny that when we play basketball, the second we touch the ball, we instantly feel like we're 18 again.
I know.
And when we play football, we instantly feel like we're 15. Like, just one.
And then when we get done, we instantly feel like we're 50. Yeah. That's part hurts when I breathe.
I got jazzed really good because we played soccer. Because I ended up putting soccer ball. I was like, fuck it, let's do some little run passes and shit, Because I've been playing a lot of FIFA, and the reason why I've been playing a lot of FIFA is because of Ted Lasso. Love that show. Respect that dude. Mm-hmm. I got him out of it. He ended up stopping the whole night, all day.
I'm sure.
He just went in the house. I ended up playing basketball with some street kids. Yeah, I was just
Are you still out here? I about died in there. I can imagine.
It was fucking hilarious because I thought he's coming back out. No, he came back out with like a t-shirt, the t-shirt I gave him because he didn't have fucking sleeveless shirts. So I was like, okay, he's come back out. It's hot, I get it, but he didn't come back out. He stayed inside the AC like a little bitch. I was like, you bitch.
I was on the brink of death inside. You didn't even care. You just kept playing your balls of baskets.
So before this podcast, we supposed to start this podcast like an hour before any of this.
Yeah.
But we end up talking about a lot of things, and one thing
Like we normally do.
Yeah, and then one of the conversations we had, it took almost a fucking hour, and I felt bad because I really wanted to record it. Was us talking about fucking Game of Thrones. Like that was. Did you understand? That was probably the best conversations, argument, debate that we had. Without strangling each other.
Maybe.
Like that's probably one of the best ones before
I've
the
gotten
catch.
used to your ridiculous notions, but yeah.
Ridiculous notions. I'm just saying.
If you've ever seen it, everyone, and you've seen the final season, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying. I said it before. 85% of the people in the world hated the season 8. I get it. I understand. It's awesome. I am not part of that fucking 85% group, okay? I'm part of the group it makes sense.
He's part of the uneducated.
It's just, it makes sense.
What he's saying is...
In this show, what's the one thing this show taught you? What's the one thing this show taught you from season 1? From season 1, what this show taught you? Expect the twist. Expect it. First twist we ever saw, Robb Stark died. Thought he's going to be the main character of this whole damn show. Nope, died.
We got the twist when he stabbed Daenerys. We got the twist when she destroyed King's Landing. We don't need the twist when we get the stupid idiot brother who can't do shit, but is also too overpowerful for some freaking reason.
You're still on the king part. You see, you're still on that part. If you didn't... Okay, so let me ask you this. If Jon still went to Wildlands, okay? Still went to Wildlands. Who would you rather have king? Who would you rather have king? I wouldn't want Bran. I'll be honest with you. Like, spoiler alert. Sorry. I wouldn't want him to be your king. I wouldn't. I agree with you 100%. I agree with everybody else on that. He should not be king because he is overpowered. Seen the past, the future, and the present stuff at any time and anywhere. Overpowered as fuck. He should not be king. Who do you think should be king? Except Jon Snow.
There's no other answer. It's Jon.
Nope.
Jon becomes the king. Bran, honestly, if he is to have anything, he becomes Hand. Okay? And he assists the king. He never becomes the king because he shouldn't be there for power. Okay? And that's the thing, is you keep on saying, well, Jon didn't want to be king. Well, what makes him a good king? He didn't want to have all the power. You know?
That leaves with only one person that only makes sense to be king.
And not Tyrion. Tyrion should have been Lord of Casterly Rock and Lord of Coin.
No. I don't think Lord of Coin.
Because he's over Casterly Rock at that point. It makes sense.
Nah.
And then you keep Davos there. Davos needs to be your guy who's in charge of the city. Why?
Yeah, he should be your
Why? Because Davos is the guy who attacked Blackwater Bay and had it won until they used the green fire.
Yeah, the black fire.
Yeah. So, I'd still keep him. I probably would have still kept Bronn as the
Knights.
The guy over the City
cloaks.
Watch. Yeah, the White Cloaks.
The White Cloaks, yeah. I respect that one.
Brienne, I can still see her as a King's Guard. I can see that still. But if anything, if Jon wasn't to be king, at least make him King's Guard. Instead of making him take the black again. In there. I would have made him...
He took the black, but he didn't take the black. That's the thing.
He took the black and he finished his oath. And then he died. That's how he finished his oath.
Mm-hmm.
When he came back, he didn't have to go back, but they made him take the black again. Make him go up north. Make him a King's Guard.
No, you gotta populate.
He would have had more honor as a King's Guard.
And yeah, well, he's more loyalty because the way how true he is. Yeah, I can give you that. He can be a good King's
And then
Guard.
that's would have been my way of saying this is how you live in your castle I could have accepted that more. Sending back up north beyond the wall, I didn't like that. Not the way the show has it. The book is totally different.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I start having my problems and issues with it. Because in the show, Mance Rayder's dead. In the book, he's alive. He's just under a charm and he looks different. Mance Rayder is still the king of the wildlings, in my eyes. Not Jon. But I think what Jon does allows Mance to see him as the true king, though.
Yeah. It's just everybody's all mad because the whole show led straight up one answer, and who was Jon Snow's mother and father.
No, we all knew that.
Well, not everybody until season 7. Until season 7 came.
You read the book, you knew it.
Yeah.
So much in the books.
But did you know what fucking George R. R. Martin told the producers before they started making Game of Thrones? I did not know about this story at all. In the room that they had discussion when they first started making Game of Thrones, George R. R. Martin asked them one question, and if they get the question right, they'll do the show. Because he had plenty of people ask him about the show and wants to do a show, but he wouldn't do it because they couldn't figure out the answer. Because they didn't truly understand and read through all the books so far. Was who was Jon Snow's mother? That was the question he asked them. And they answered right. That's the reason why they started making the show. Did not know that for a while. Fun fact.
Well, cool. I'm glad they understood that, but they didn't understand how to end the story.
Because the book wasn't out yet. How can you? Do you want us to wait for another 4 years?
Listen.
We already waited, bro. 3 years on season 8?
Bro. Listen. Jon Snow should have just been king. Okay? He should have gave Sansa Queen of the North. There is no, having to worry about him going up north. She's ruling it. Okay? She gets the wall built back up and everything. Everyone is doing the black. I mean, just in case, all that stuff. Arya does her thing, like I said. Her going off into the sea wasn't really my idea, but I understand it. Cool, whatever.
Like, that was her only option in her whole life was traveling.
Yeah.
She didn't stay at one location very long. Like, her longest, time being at one location was the fucking Faces. The House of Faces.
I could see her doing other things as well, though.
Later on, when she gets older, I feel like she can probably come back and take that role of Winterfell or take somewhere else. I can see her do that.
I could have seen her taking Harrenhal.
Yeah, oh yeah. I can see her definitely take Harrenhal. Or Dragonstone.
Dragonstone, too, yeah.
Because, having Dragonstone
I could have seen
Winterfell.
her with Gendry taking over Storm's End.
Oh yeah, because that's another fucking thing. I understand it was very uncomfortable. I didn't like it really. I didn't want to see a woman that I personally saw as a fucking kid. You saw her grow all the way up and then get undressed and fuck. Didn't like that.
I mean,
I understand it's a show,
life happens.
but no. It's like having my own child in front of me and doing that. No.
Not really.
No, I can't
I
do
mean,
that.
I wasn't sitting there hoping anything like that was going to happen. No.
No.
But if it would have been Sansa, you'd have been okay with it.
No, I wasn't even okay with that. I wasn't okay with that. I wasn't okay with
Not
Ramsay.
with that scene.
Well, not even just scene, but the way if it was with anybody else, I wouldn't be happy with it. I wouldn't be, because I'm like, especially when you saw her fully naked. I didn't like it. Beautiful woman, but nah, I didn't like it.
Do you like Shay?
I love the
redhead.
The fucking what's her name? I want to say high towers, but they're not high towers.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Tyrell's, yeah.
Marjorie Tyrell.
Marjorie, yeah. Love Marjorie.
Yeah.
I love Marjorie.
I know you look more like a Lannister kind of guy. You sure? You sure you don't like that whole thing with Arya? You look like a Lannister. You get that Lannister test?
I did take the test.
Yeah. You look like a Lannister, you little blonde-haired
So
freak.
funny as shit. I am a Lannister.
You blonde-haired freak.
You need to take the test. You haven't took the test. I don't think you took the test at all.
I don't think I have.
Nah, we need to take we need to get that test and get you tested up and see what you are. That's what's gonna happen after this video. Well, speaking of the video, we went off-brand on this. Went straight from sports to sports to sports, and
you're
then,
like, oh yeah, we're gonna close this up, you know, and then we talked for another 40 minutes.
We talked about nothing but fucking Game of Thrones at the end of it. So if you guys are Game of Thrones fans, you probably, if you guys got your own opinions on it, please put down the comment below. Do appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful evening, morning, good afternoon. Darth, it's always, again, great to be with you on this, and hopefully we can be here next week.
Yeah. Yeah, get this 2 weeks in a row. That'd be nice.
Oh, that'd be very nice. Yeah, and get you guys all the information you guys need. So on that, you guys have a wonderful evening, and always at this channel and this channel alone, stay cheesy, my friends.
See you guys later.